Hello everybody and welcome to today's Dragonrider happy hour. It is so exciting for you to be here with me today. So Dragonrider happy hour is a hangout we do at the end of every work week where we talk about the latest in gaming news and just hang out over a drink at my bar. So today we'll be discussing the Last of Us remake for PS5, the Outriders appreciation package, which is kind of an I'm sorry for the server issues, I guess. The Diablo 2 alpha that's going on right now just started today, and also Pac-Man 99. So I didn't know that we needed a Pac-Man Battle Royale, but apparently we do, and lots of other stuff. So if you're tuning in just for those specific subjects, feel free to skip around to the various chapters. And if you are here for the live chat or just want to sit back and relax and enjoy the whole thing, welcome and thank you for being here. So let me bring in bartender Nate to see what we're drinking today. What are we drinking today, Nate?
Hello, friends.
I love the outfit. Hold on. Oh my gosh, the old-fashioned bartender outfit is A+.
I stepped it up just for you, and for you, of course, honey. So this drink was inspired by Mondo, essentially. Mondo gave us this really cool Godzilla tiki.
Yes, yeah. Check it out.
With a couple of drink recipes.
Yeah, so thank you, Mondo, for sending this. Folks, if you are a fan of collectibles, and especially like movie collectibles, you probably already know Mondo, but in case you don't, they sell lots of cool stuff, and they're making Godzilla and King Kong tiki mugs that you can pre-order right now, and they were nice enough to send me not only this Godzilla tiki mug, but also some drink recipes.
Yeah, totally. So this drink recipe is called Legends Will Collide. It's essentially a takeoff of a pina colada. So it's and I'll put it in the chat, but it's two kinds of rum, coconut and light rum, blended strawberries and bananas, and then pineapple juice, coconut cream all over crushed ice. If this is your first time with blended drinks, they're a bit of a mess and high maintenance. So make them for those who you love the most. But yeah, it's delicious. I mean, this is perfect time of year, like, well, depending on where you live. But if it's warm where you live right now, this is a great, like, kick it by the pool, it's hot kind of drink, right? That's pretty much it.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Thanks, babe.
Of course.
This looks awesome. So yeah, Nate will post the drink recipe, the full drink recipe that was created by Mondo. Again, thank you for that. Nate will post the full drink recipe in the Discord. So if you're not already a member of the Discord, this is another reason to join the Discord. Oh, this is delicious. This is like, I don't know, when you go on vacation or you're at the beach, like one of the beachside drinks that they give you. It's very yummy. It's funny that we did the King Kong themed drink in the Godzilla tiki mug. And don't worry, everybody in chat, I see your love of the arm gaiters, and I will pass that on. I will pass that compliment on to Nate after we're done the happy hour. But yes, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Here, I'll turn it back just a little bit. That is so fun. Best cup ever, says Tim. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Pretty. I don't know if you can see all the, here, if I cover my face. Whoa, I almost lost my umbrella covering my face. Hold on. You should be able to see it in detail. Pretty rad, right? I love it. I love it. So again, Mondo, I mean, I shop at Mondo all the time anyway, and I imagine a lot of you probably do as well. But just in case you don't, I think it's mondoshop.com and their Mondo news online. Yeah, pretty sweet. So I'm actually going to move this umbrella. Otherwise, I'm going to knock it down throughout this entire thing. Captain Robert April says, ooh, Gojira tiki mug. Indeed. And yes, Stephen, it does go with the bar decor. You're correct. All right, so here we go. Gaming news for the week. And this is new and hot off the presses. And by the presses, I mean the social media. As of this morning. But The Last of Us is getting a PS5 remake? Who? So Naughty Dog apparently has been making a remake of The Last of Us for years, but like undercover. So it's codenamed T1X, and it has been in the makings for PS5 forever. with the help of Sony's visual arts support group, according to a report from Bloomberg. And it was trending on Twitter all this morning and everything. So like I said, they've been on this for a while apparently, but it was all in secret. And then they halted production on The Last of Us Remake for PS5 in order to help finish out The Last of Us 2 once it got pushed from 2019 to 2020. And there's a lot of internal industry politics at play here, but I think the discussion point is this something we really need? So The Last of Us already has a PS4 remaster, and you're able to play PS4 games on the PS5. So then I guess we get into the conversation of remake versus remaster. How much is going to be different? I think a lot of us think, oh, The Last of Us remake, but you know, it didn't come out that long ago. And yes, the graphics on the PS5 are much better, but the game still looks really good in the PS4 remaster. So for a remake, are they going to change the HUD? Are they going to change the story? I mean, if you look at the Final Fantasy VII remake, that's wildly different than the original Final Fantasy VII. However, way more years different between the first Final Fantasy VII and the remake than there are between the original The Last of Us and now this The Last of Us remake. David Martinez in chat says, no, we do not need it. It is too soon. That James Wisdom says, if there are any games that don't really need a remake, it's The Last of Us. I mean, I agree that The Last of Us is still very, very good. Rob K says The Last of Us 2 is the one they should remake. Ooh, spicy opinion there. Are they going to swap out Troy Baker for Mando? They better not. No. I love Troy Baker. He better stay as Joel. I would be really, really sad if they changed the voice actors. You guys are saying it's most likely because of HBO, but I would imagine this was in the works way before the HBO series, which is why we're bringing up Mando and different people. Beertastic Yogi says a PS5 version of it would be pretty cool. I hope this will come out with an upgrade for The Last of Us 2 as well. And I do think that that was the original concept, is, you know, have a Last of Us remake for PS5 so that you can release a bundle of The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 for PS5 and sell it that way. But that was, I'm sure, the original plan before they knew The Last of Us 2 was going to get pushed to 2020. So it does feel a little odd to me that it's so soon. That being said, I love The Last of Us. So if they do something a little different with it, whether it's different gameplay mechanics or techniques or changing the storyline a little bit maybe. I mean, I like the storyline the way it is, so I don't know what they would change about it, but it's certainly interesting. It made me go, huh? And I think a lot of people felt that way. Hi, Jamesy. Steven says, or is it really a secret, The Last of Us 3? Dun, dun, dun. We need the dun, dun, dun sound effect here on Dragonrider Happy Hour, for sure. Steven says they are also remastering Advent Children, if that interests you. That is interesting, for sure. Kevin Petty says Nathan Drake combo for PS5 upgrade. When I was saying there's like internal games development politics at play, it has to do with who's heading up the Last of Us PS5 remaster, but also that The Last of Us would be easier to remake at this point than Uncharted, and that certainly came into the conversation as well. So you're spot on, Kevin Petty. So if they did, let's say this, hypothetically, if they did make a Last of Us PS5 remaster, what would you like to see changed? Is there anything you would want to see different? Or, I mean, is it kind of just fantastic as is and maybe don't mess with it? Patrick Downs says, what's up, Shish? What's up to you, Patrick Downs? Says, I would die for a Last of Us 1 and 2 optimized for PS5 remake. Okay, there you go. Steven says, I wonder if they would add in more goofy skins if they remade it. Ugh, I hope not. Beertastic Yogi says, I'm sure Naughty Dog is working on a bunch of stuff. They've been silent since The Last of Us 2. So that's what people are talking about. Patrick Downs says really just updated graphics for both games. So that would be like a remaster for both games as opposed to a remake. Kevin says, don't mess with it, leave it be. Matt Foster says, never played it, so I can't really comment. It's very dark, but the story is really good. So if you feel like you'd be into that zombie apocalypse, but also like family type relationships in a very dark world, give it a go. I like it. Beertastic Yogi says, I mean, just a graphics overhaul with the power of the PS5 would be great. Give me that ray tracing. Agreed. But then I feel like that would be more of a remaster than a remake. James Wisdom says, honestly, I've already played it and really don't need to play it again. So it would have to be a completely new game for me to bother. Daniel says, change the title to, okay, this really is The Last of Us. Jesse Rebelar says, I've never owned a PlayStation and thinking of getting a PS5, so any remakes are welcome. And that's true too. You know, when you look at games, I thought this a lot for the Final Fantasy VII remake. When you look at games that were so popular for like a different generation or people that had that console at a different generation, it's nice to be able to open it up to folks in a way that it's competitive with other modern titles being released. But yeah, I mean, I think that the PS4 remaster graphically is probably still very competitive. I would guess. Miles says, The Last of Us is brilliant. At first, I really disliked the controls, but the more you play it, it makes sense that they operate and feel frenetic. I agree with that, but maybe they would change the controls. That's, you know, something they could definitely do. But definitely an interesting discussion and interesting to see on my timeline this morning. All right, moving on. Outriders. The Outriders devs have come out. People Can Fly said they are going to give out an Outriders appreciation package. So essentially free Outriders loot as an apology. And I think this is super cool. So they said an Outriders appreciation package will reward people hit by server issues. And they're including in that anyone who played Outriders between March 31st and April 11th. So that's still 2 more days. If you want that appreciation package, get on in there in the next 2 days and you could get it. Apparently, this appreciation package is going to include a legendary weapon and an amount of titanium that matches the player's highest leveled character. In addition, players will receive the frustration emote to mimic how frustrated everybody was when you couldn't access the game servers. Womp womp, which I think, well done. Very good sense of humor on that. I think that's funny. For those of you who did not try out Outriders when it first launched, I don't really know what's going on. Outriders was plagued by server issues and issues with their cross-platform play, and still are for a lot of people. The server issues have been better for me recently, and the people that I'm playing with are all playing on the same platform as me, but I know they do have plans to bring cross-platform play back in soon, and hopefully it'll work. And there's been a lot of conversation online about, you know, after what happened with Cyberpunk, like, don't release the game before it's ready, but that gets a little complicated with online games or games as a service, because no matter how much QA testing you do ahead of time, you cannot factor in for every single possible thing that's going to go wrong. And within the first hour, you probably have so many more people playing the game than you could have ever had quality test. It's like a quality test on steroids when you finally open it up. So while yes, I think it was frustrating for everybody, and we all want games to be playable immediately as advertised, which totally makes sense. You can also understand from the industry perspective how it happens. And, you know, like I was just as frustrated as anybody else because I was like, Outriders day one. Nope. So there's a conversation to be had there about games when you want to play them by yourself. Do they have to be always online? Or, you know, can we do away with the server if you're just playing it yourself, etc.? That's a conversation to be had. Again, you can continue that conversation about how much testing a game goes through before it's released. But what I will say for the Outriders team is I feel like they have been incredibly transparent through all of this, as far as, hey, we see there's some performance issues for X, Y, and Z platform, and here's the current workarounds that we found, and we're looking into it, and thank you for your feedback on those bugs, and here's what the status of our servers are at any given time, and here's how we're going to try to fix it. And, you know, I follow their Twitter account, and they've been, like, all over, like, all Easter weekend, because the game dropped the Thursday before Easter. All Easter weekend, they were on it, and again, trying to be as transparent as possible, which I think running into an issue like they had is the best way to go about it. Like, just be transparent. And they also seem to have a pretty good sense of humor about it, which assuming that there were many, many people working over the holiday weekend, if that's a holiday that they celebrated, is extra admirable, I think. And also, just, you guys know this, and this community never has a problem with this, but harassing individual employees of companies is never okay. And that happened a lot. So that was really sad to see that as well, when I think people were doing the best they can, you know? But I do love that they're giving out the Outriders appreciation package with the loot and the frustrated emote. I think like I said, I think they've had a pretty decent sense of humor about it. So my question to you is, what do you think they could or should have done differently, if anything? I always like to hear the opinion of, of all of us that make up the consumer base. Let's see. Matt says the Outriders response is how it should have been for Cyberpunk 2077. They both handled these things very differently. Different issues, but also handled very differently, for sure. Patrick says the frustration emote shows that they have a sense of humor. ShadeX says the Outriders stream was fun. Haven't played it myself, but I do own previous titles People Can Fly have made, like Painkiller and Bulletstorm. Yes, yes. Catnip Ninja says, would you say Outriders is worth the price point? Well, if you have an Xbox console, you can play it with your Game Pass subscription, if you have Game Pass for Xbox. And there is a demo on Steam as well that you can play without spending any extra money. So check it out if you're not sure, but I paid for it full price on Steam, and I'm having a fantastic time with it. And I was like, do I play it on Xbox? Because I am a Game Pass subscriber, but I love keyboard and mouse, and I'm not great at shooters on controller, even with aim assist. So I opted for the ultra-wide monitor, the performance, and the keyboard and mouse, and I'm having a great time. Like I said, I've been playing with Maud Garrett and Naomi Kyle. We're going to be playing again this Sunday morning, actually, on Twitch all together, and yeah, we're having a great time. Beer-Tastic Yogi says, feel like servers are never ready for busy game releases. I mean, I honestly just think that it's, if you think of consumers as like an extension, a real world extension of what games go through when they're being quality tested before they're released, like there's so many more thousands of people, if you have a big launch especially, that are going to be playtesting a game when it first launches, that of course there's going to be issues you didn't see. You just hope that there are as few as possible, and then if you do run into a situation like they ran into, I think transparency is the best way to handle it. Matt Foster says, well said, Beer-Tastic Yogi. I remember when GTA 5 released its online mode and it was forever having issues. And James Wisdom says, I get most games at least a year after release anyway. And that's a good way to do it. If you can wait and hold off a few months till, all of the hiccups are worked out, that's always great too. Steven says, the devs test what they can, but it's too hard to test for everything. Exactly. Catnip Ninja says, servers are like boots. You gotta wear them in. I'm gonna steal that. I like that, and that's really cute. And ShadeX says, especially now with more people being home due to the thing that we're all tired of. Yes, exactly. And the fact that this was day one Game Pass title means that so many more people jumped in even just to check it out, in my opinion. I think that there are a lot of Game Pass people out there, and especially with next-gen consoles, a lot of us have been hungry for new day one launch titles, and with everything being slowed down because of that thing that we're all too tired to talk about, we haven't had that many new releases, so Outriders was kind of a standalone. Scott Pledger says, big beta tests are hard because oftentimes people have too low of expectations and don't always report the bugs they see. That's a problem too. For me, I am still running it on DirectX 11 instead of DirectX 12, which is a bummer, but it's a workaround for video memory error that force closes the game. So I'm running on DX11 until they say that that's patched. And as I mentioned, I follow their Twitter account and their status page. So looking for that. But if you see any updates that I may have missed on Reddit or something, please tell me in the Discord. And I'm still getting like screen tearing and stuff like that, which my gaming build, which was provided to me by Alienware Hive. You're awesome. Thank you. I love being part of the Hive. Is a very beefy rig, so like there's no reason it should have problems with it. But yeah, in general, I love that they're doing the appreciation package. I think it's really cool. And if you want in on that package, the extra loot, the extra emote, you still have 2 more days to play the game. So it's anyone who played between March 31st, which was launch day, to April 11th, which is the end of this weekend. So if you have Game Pass, check it out. If you want to play the demo, play the demo. And your save carries over. It's a good time. I'm playing Devastator. It's real good. Steven says, can't wait for Mass Effect. I know. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of things that I can't wait for, the Diablo 2 Resurrected Alpha is this weekend. In fact, it already started. The day that this is live streaming, it started at 7 a.m. Pacific time this morning and goes to 10 a.m. on Monday, this upcoming Monday. So Diablo 2 Resurrected is the remastered version of Diablo 2, which I loved when it originally came out. And it's supposed to have 4K resolution, 3D rendering, cross-platform progression, which is cool. So, if you're playing it on one platform and go to another, it carries over where you left off. Audio remastering, which is going to be so creepy and awesome. And you can apparently also transfer your save from the original Diablo 2 to the remaster, which is super cool. So if you have any characters that you love and don't want to get rid of, they can still be there. So the single player tech alpha is this weekend. I have already opted in, but I haven't been chosen yet. Players are going to be randomly selected for the alpha. If you go to Diablo 2's website, I think it's diablo2.blizzard.com or something like that, you can go in there and sign up for a chance to be randomly selected to play the alpha. I saw Felicia Day got alpha access, and I'm incredibly jealous. Yes, I am maining Devastator in Outriders. I see Kevin is as well. Good luck, says David Martinez. Thank you. I really hope I get it. But yeah, anybody can sign up. So if you want to sign up to see if you're randomly chosen this weekend, good luck to you as well. And the tech alpha is supposed to be, you have access to 3 of the 7 classes. It's Barbarian, Amazon, and Sorceress will be available, and it will let you play through the first 2 acts of the game in the alpha. Now, Diablo 2 Resurrected was originally announced at last year's BlizzCon Online, so the most recent BlizzCon Online, and it's coming out this year. It's coming out 2021, as far as we know, if it doesn't get pushed or delayed like everything else. So, my question to you guys, oh no, don't say that, Kevin. Kevin brought up, Diablo, you mean you have a cell phone, right? That was a very cringe-tastic moment at that point in time. James E says, I saw gameplay of D2 Resurrected on Twitch. It seems meh. Really? And David says, the first 2 acts. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, they want you to alpha test that baby all weekend, I guess. But my question to you guys is, if you are Diablo fans, which is the best Diablo? Is it the first one, the second one, or the third one? I have played all 3. I am partial to the first because of nostalgia. But Diablo 2 was awesome. So I want to see what you guys have to say. I want to see what you have to say about it. Beertastic says, never played Diablo 2, but I had fun with Diablo 3 on my Switch. Yeah, Diablo 3, Max and Nate and I have actually been running through it a little bit at night sometimes. It's just like mindless enemy. I don't want to say slaughter, but yeah, it's mindless enemy slaughter and looting. And my only gripe with D3 is that it's too easy. That's why it feels mindless. Like I don't want my potions to be on a cooldown. I want to have to know how many potions I've brought with me, and I want to worry about encumbrance, and I want to be challenged, and so even though I've got the difficulty up as high as it can go right now, I'm playing in D3. I play a Necromancer, and the Necromancer is so overpowered in my opinion. Dustin W says, D2 Alpha took me 2 hours to download. You got access? But yeah, 2 hours to download's a lot. Crovac says, Diablo 3 is good for me to poop on. I'm sorry, that really made me laugh. I know a lot of people are not fans of D3 for that reason. But Jesse says, D3 was fun with my wife. Remastered D2 would also make it easier for my wife to want to play. Lemmy says D2 is the best one. David says Diablo 2 is the best. 1 was too premature. 3 had such a stupid story. D2, all the characters, level 99. D3 never finished, not once. I still have not finished the D3 campaign either, but I wonder what you mean by the first Diablo was too premature. I loved the first Diablo. Let's see. James says, I played Diablo 3 with my friends, but it wasn't worth the money because we played through like 3 times and then we just gave up. And I'm sure his sheet's not playing it on my Todd. Oh no. Jack Fair says, I've really been enjoying the D3 seasonal play, which is a whole nother aspect that we could talk about when it comes to Diablo. And if you liked, I mean, for me, like I said, I'm very nostalgic for the first Diablo. I liked it as a game that I just bought and played by myself. But Diablo 2 opened it up, and, you know, then you have online play, and then, remember the Real Money Auction House? Woof. All of that. But Snack Pack says, D3 endgame stuff is fantastic. Adventure mode, not campaign. The season updates have been good for those invested. Evil1259 says, D1 and 2 were really fun. D3 is just a time killer, no real challenge, so I hope that D4 is better. The stuff we've seen of D4 looks really cool. But yeah, I'm excited for Diablo 2 Resurrected. And again, good luck to everybody who's signed up for the alpha. I hope that you all get access. I hope that we all get access. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But if we don't get access, something we can play right now is Pac-Man 99, which is a thing. Pac-Man Battle Royale is a thing. So after Nintendo killed Mario on March 31st, aka took a bunch of games off the store and stopped letting people play Super Mario Brothers 35, took away access to that. Now you have Pac-Man 99, where you have to outlast 98 other players in a game of Pac-Man. When I haven't played it yet, but apparently the idea is you have to last longer than everybody else, and whenever you eat ghosts, it can send ghosts to other players and or slow them down. And then when they're slowed down, they're more likely to get eaten by ghosts, ending their game, so that you can be in the, you know, top survivors. And there's also apparently paid content that unlocks classic Pac-Man modes and Namco themes based on like Galaga and Dig Dug. So that's kind of cool. Again, just nostalgia purposes, that's kind of cool. But it's, David Martinez says Pac-Man 99 is better than Diablo 2. Rough. You guys are being rough today, but you know what? I appreciate it. Be savage if that's how you feel. Be savage. Segway, says Kelly McDonald. You know it. You know it. James says, is Pac-Man 99 in 4K though? Gotta get those 4K dots. Not until the Nintendo Switch Pro, or whatever they call it, is going to come out with 4K support. Scott Pledger says, Pac-Man 99 sounds awful for an unskilled gamer like me. Haha. Right? I know. It sounds really funny. So my question to you is, would you play Pac-Man 99? Have you played Pac-Man 99, since you can play it right now? Or what old school game would you like to see them battle royale? I mean, we've seen Tetris 99 now. We've seen Super Mario Brothers 35. Pac-Man 99. Like, what other old school games might be fun done in a, head-to-head or battle royale style like that? I mean, Paperboy 99, bring it on. I will outlast everybody. Bubble Bobble 99. Old school Snake, like Nibbler arcade game, maybe. I mean, if we're doing old school arcade games, I'd love to see Turtles in Time somehow made competitive. That would be great. Okay, here, they're coming in. They're coming in. Pac-Woman 99, Missile Command, Galaga 99, Donkey Kong would be great, GDK Mouse. That would be awesome. Gauntlet! Yes, Hadaway Colton! Gauntlet is amazing. I love that game. Pong 99, says Jordan. That's totally going to happen. Now that you've put it out into the universe, it's going to happen. Steven says OG Sonic could work as a racing head-to-head game. Catnip Ninja throws out Battletoads. Yes, Mario Kart 99. Yep, now, again, James, now that you've put that out into the universe, it's going to happen. You're saying Bubble Bobble 99 would be awesome. Matt Foster says, I would play Paperboy 99. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out 99. Oh, man. I hope someone from Nintendo watches this stream and gets all these ideas and files them away for the future. Frogger 99. Frogger. I would be so bad at that. Frogger 99 would destroy me. That game is deceptively simple, but so frustrating. Like, so very, very frustrating. Asteroids, Solitaire, RCV with the Solitaire 99, Duck Hunt 99, and yes, just in general, so much love for retro games, 1942 99, Berserk 99, Lemmings 99. Yeah, Legend of Zelda for sure. If they found some way to Battle Royale-esque Legend of Zelda, I'm sure that's in the works and coming. So funny. Patrick Jones says the Dragonriders want their royalties on all of these ideas. Yes, we do. It'll never happen, but that's okay. My royalty payment would be if you just make super cool games and let us play them, which you've been doing. So thank you, Nintendo. Shout out for the Luigi's Mansion 3 streams. I was actually going to stream Luigi's Mansion 3 for a little bit earlier today, and then I ended up deciding to spend some time on Twitter and post on Instagram instead. But we will get back to Luigi's Mansion 3. Don't worry, I will finish it at some point. Maybe I'll squeeze in some time. Mañana. I don't know, when I can. But yeah, the Nintendo's been rocking it, and I'm loving it. Also, I finally started Animal Crossing with my tiny dude. So if anybody encounters my gamer tag in Animal Crossing, or anyone who's friends with me on Nintendo already, my character name in that game is Logan, and it is Logan's Island. So I'm not playing for myself. I'm, helping my son play. So keep that in mind. Patrick Jones says, what games has Little Man been playing lately? All Nintendo stuff. He likes Mario Kart. I started a new run of Luigi's Mansion 3 with him. Animal Crossing, he's like in the very early stages of fixing his island, so he likes that a lot. I try to get him into Untitled Goose Game, but his like control of the joystick just isn't quite there yet. And when you play Goose Game 2 players, you can't be too far apart on the screen or else it just kind of locks. So that's been a little frustrating. Snack Pack says, hear me out. Cooking Mama 99. Make all the dishes to beat out the competition. You're welcome. I would play that game, Snack Pack. You and me both would play that game for sure. For sure. On a completely separate note, I don't know if you remember, a while back on this stream, Dragonrider Happy Hour, not today, but probably last month or the month before, I mentioned a new partnership because I want to spread some good and positivity into this world. So you may remember me talking about an organization called Give Better and how I've been partnered with Give Better to support small local nonprofits in the work that they're doing. A lot of times those nonprofits don't have the means to do large-scale fundraisers, and their name's not out there all the time. So Give Better helps them to do their fundraising and get their name out there, etc., so that they can make an impact like they currently are on their small individual communities. I love supporting local nonprofits. I support a couple here in the area that I live at in California, and Give Better does do 100% of the pass-through that you donate to them does go to the charity that they are helping out. So I love it. I love supporting them, and I wanted to mention that each month, maybe once a month, but every so often, I would like to highlight one of the charities that they're working with. So if you're feeling like doing some good lately, you're feeling extra charitable, this month, one of their impact projects that I really like is called Project Cure the Kids, and it's benefiting a small nonprofit called A Cure for Ellie. And basically what the money is going for and what A Cure for Ellie is working towards in this whole project in general is that there's no approved drugs to treat 95% of rare diseases, and 30% of children with a rare disease will not live to see their 5th birthday. As a parent, this is something I'm very passionate about. Healthcare in this country is not the best, to say it nicely. So Project Cure the Kids is trying to build a sustainable solution to help kids with rare diseases. And A Cure for Ellie is a small nonprofit in Arlington, Virginia, that's dedicated to raising awareness and funds for a disease that I cannot pronounce the name of, but it's shortened to LBSL. It's a rare genetic disorder that affects the brain and the spinal cord. And the projects, or the benefiting nonprofit is called A Cure for Ellie. Ellie is a young child who was diagnosed in 2011 with LBSL and has since renamed it the Awesome Disease because it's so hard to say. But A Cure for Ellie is doing awesome things, and that is this month's beneficiary of Project Cure the Kids. So I have the link in the description of this video if you're feeling charitable and want to do good. In this time that we've all been stuck at home, I personally have felt like I need to do more. I want to do more, and it feels a little helpless to just kind of be stuck inside your walls. So I'm very happy to be partnered with Give Better and to help them create long-term sustainable solutions for these small local nonprofits that are doing awesome work already where they are. So as I mentioned, Project Cure the Kids is the one that I'm hyping right now, benefiting a cure for Ellie this month. And Project Cure the Kids can change, different local nonprofits, but it's all going to be helping kids with rare diseases. So I challenge you to check out the link in the description and check out Give Better's different impact projects, see if there's any that speak to you, and help spread some positivity into the world because we need it. Took it home to Jenny says, that is so lovely. And Shadex says, from a guy with free healthcare system in Denmark, it's honestly something I gladly pay high taxes for. I know. I have hopes that things will change here, but as they are what they are, I gotta do what I can. So I encourage you all to check that out if you're feeling charitable and have the time to do so. I made my donation last night. I was actually up in the middle of the night because I do that all the time. Well, not all the time, but very frequently I'm up in the middle of the night and can't sleep. And I was like, I want to do something nice for somebody. And I went on Give Better and I made mine a yearly donation. You can do yearly or monthly, but I did a yearly donation. I might change it to monthly. We'll see. Let me think. Is there any other housekeeping before we kind of wrap up the stream? Oh, the Aki giveaway from last week's Dragonrider Happy Hour with the keyboards and the mouse pads. I still have 2 winners that have not gotten back to me. So if you're watching this and you commented on last week's Dragonrider Happy Hour in an effort to win the prize, go check last week's video and make sure you're not missing a comment reply from me that's like, hey, are you in the US? Wink, wink. How you doing? Because I still have 2 people, like I said, that have not gotten back to me. So Volstron or Alex Craig, if you are watching this, check last week's video. And if I don't hear back from Volstron or Alex Craig by the end of this weekend, I'm going to pick new winners. So keep that in mind. Good luck, everybody. James E says, dibs on the absentee prizes. Yeah, yes. Took it home to Jenny says, regarding Give Better, it's a good way to fight the feeling of hopelessness, of 2020, 2021. Woo, charity. Agreed. Woo, charity. I am with you on that. So, yes, is there any other gaming news that everybody wants to talk about before we go? Let me know. Throw it in the chat. That was the stuff that made the most to me. Steven says, don't hurt your arm again late night tweeting. I know, you're right. Oh, Lorden Miller says, I got here like 10 minutes late, but how do you think you did on your audition? Good? We'll see. I felt good about it. Which, that's the most you have control over. You have control over your performance. You don't have control at all over what the casting office might be looking for or what their impressions or opinions are of you. So as long as you do the best that you can within what is within your sphere of control, you should feel good about it. And I feel good about what I did and what I sent in. So fingers crossed that turns into something. Diablo 2, Q, let me in meme. Oh, are you in? Are you in? I was juggling laptops on Amazon Live. Like, there's no tomorrow this week. Yes, I was. Speaking of Amazon Live and fun stuff, one of the shows, I'm going to do one show for them next week where I'm showing off some, like, really fun kind of smart toys for kids. And they asked if Logan could, like, peek in and be a part of it. So that might happen next week, which will be really cute. Unless he just chaos demons the whole thing, which would also be really funny. So I think that's going to be Wednesday morning. Stay tuned for that. That might be wild. This is so good, by the way. Like, so good. Oh, I was going to say, join the Discord if you haven't already so that you can get the drink recipe. Thank you again, Mondo, for sending the drink recipes, and Nate for posting it in the Discord. But also, since I don't have Max helping me out here right now because he went home for his 21st birthday, he went back to New Mexico for a few weeks, I put a couple thumbnail option pictures for this video in the Discord in the Dragonrider Happy Hour channel. So go in there and vote for the one that you want to be the thumbnail of this video, and then I will make that happen. But you have a say in it. I thought that would be fun. So if you're not already a member of the Discord, you should find the link, the invite link to that in the description, and join the Discord and help weigh in on the thumbnail decision and also get the drink recipe from Nate. Let's see. Lack of Words says that drink recipe seems complicated. Lol. I know. Usually Nate tries to make them and explain them. When he crafts them, he tries to make it in a way that would be more accessible to everybody. But this is a complicated drink recipe, but it's delicious. No, Max went back to New Mexico. New Mexico is where Nate is from, and a lot of his family still lives there, and including Max and Max's parents. So he went back there for a bit. Kevin, I do remember that you sent that Target doggy stuffed plushie for Logan. Yes, I do. That was way back when he was just a little freshy. Jesse says, is this an every Friday thing? It is. The Dragonrider Happy Hour is every Friday at 2 p.m. right here on YouTube. And it serves a few purposes. It lets me connect here on YouTube in a way that you know, feels good and feels like we're just hanging out at a bar. I can't really go to a bar with my friends and chat the latest news in gaming, which is what me and my friends normally do anyway, but I can't do that. So at least I can invite you to happy hour at the bar in my house, and then we're all being very safe and still have that connection and fun times. And it also gives me consistent content for the YouTube channel here. I did film the secret bar tour. It's all filmed, but the footage is all with Max. So we'll see how much work he gets done in between his birthday party celebrations. It might be longer than I want it to be, but he has the footage, so it's in his hands at this point. But that'll go up soon. And you know, whenever I get like a cool gadget to review or have a game I'm really into, I usually make a video about it. Maybe I'll make a video about Outriders loadouts or something like that. Ooh, I heard they're nerfing Technomancer and Trickster, which I'm not going to tell Maud. I don't want her to shoot the messenger because she's been playing Trickster and she is feeling very OP, so I don't want to tell her they're going to get nerfed. So funny. Snackpack says, I have a drink recipe for Nate. Corona with a lime, poolside optional. I was going to say, before I realized you were kidding, I was going to be like, put it in the Discord. But yes, Corona with a lime is a classic. Steven Summers says, no more Twitch gong shows on YouTube. Not right now. Actually, the analytics on them was not as great as one would suspect. And, you know, I'm trying to... My whole thing with 2021 was work smarter, not harder. So I'm trying to really focus on things that promote growth and engagement and don't take up more of my resources than they're paying back into the channel, if that makes sense. So if we have like a really awesome gong show or a couple really awesome hits from gong show, I might make a standalone video, kind of like I did with Loop Hero. So that might still factor into play. But as of right now, the gong show is still live every Tuesday on Twitch at its normal time. Hi, Doug and Nikki. Says, hey, just wanted to, I know we're a little late to the conversation, but wanted to stop in and say hi. Stop in and say hi. It's not last call yet. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Steven Sheet, Mod is good as Trickster. I agree with that. Catnip Ninja says, I need to play some Overwatch this weekend. Cool. Cool, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in to today's Dragonrider Happy Hour. I hope that you had a nice, relaxing time. I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope you have a fun or relaxing weekend lined up in front of you. And yeah, this is just a cool way to unwind after the work week and kick off the weekend in a fun way. So again, if you're not already in the Discord, head on over to the Dragonrider Happy Hour channel of the Discord and vote for what you want the thumbnail to be. I'll probably upload that in the next 15 or 20 minutes or so after ending this stream. But I really appreciate you joining me, and thanks for chatting all the gaming headlines and stuff, and we'll be sure to do this again next Friday. So the next time that I will be live is Sunday morning, playing more Outriders with Naomi and Maud, and Naomi will definitely play this time. She had something come up on Thursday, but she said she's good for Sunday morning. So Sunday morning, normal time, 10 a.m. Pacific, we will be there on Twitch, and we will be messing up all the Altered on Enoch like you do. So have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody, and yeah, put out some good in the world. As my friend Jeff Canada would say all the time on the Dungeon Run, humankind be both.